YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports. And today's video, guys, is going to be on the greatest coach to ever coach basketball in the United States and maybe the world, right? Because I'm not going to sit around and talk about other countries and continents that I don't know nothing about, right? But in the United States, and I'm 35, in the last 35 years, I ain't seen a coach that can touch him. And this guy's Coach K. I said what I said. Coach K is the best coach of all time. And I got some reasons. I got a couple reasons why I believe he is the best coach of all time. So, let me start with this. I came up in the early 90s watching a lot of Duke basketball, right? I love Duke basketball just as much as I love the Cowboys football, right? But the reason why I started watching Duke, it wasn't just because of, well, my daddy was a Duke fan, because the reason why I'm a Cowboy fan is because my dad was. But Duke, my dad wasn't a Duke fan. My dad was like a Carolina fan, State fan, just kind of a little different. He really wasn't big on like just having one team in college. And so I'm watching sports, I'm watching basketball, college basketball, and I'm watching Carolina because I'm from North Carolina. And UNC, you know, was Michael Jordan went there, so everybody knew that, right? And they had all these stars that always kept going in their team, like Vince Carter, Ed Cota, Antawn Jamison, Brandon Haywood, Eric Montross, Forte. Like, they had a lot of really good, great players. McDonald's All-American always came there. Sometimes guys that went pro would, you know what I'm saying, like they would want to go to Carolina, but they would go straight to pro, like J.R. Smith. But as time, so I always thought, so when I'm watching the game, I'm seeing Coach K team spread these great players out against Carolina and beat them. And we might not even go to the NCAA tournament sometimes, but we would beat Carolina and they would win a championship. I'm like, is it just a rival? Why are we beating them? It was because Coach K would out-coach Dean Smith, and he would also out-coach Roy Williams, and Bill Guthrie and some of these other guys. And he was doing it with guys like Singler, Wojo, Trajan Langdon, guys that wasn't dunking on nobody, that couldn't dribble past everybody, but they would just be very smart and spread the floor out. And so how does the game play now? Coach K was one of the first. He took a Harvard-type school. Duke was like a private smart school. Very few, they didn't have really no great sports programs. Maybe lacrosse, maybe, right? I don't even know if lacrosse was out in the early 90s. But, and we would beat these Carolina teams with this spread offense. And I see it in the NBA with Golden State. The same way he always gave his point guard the green light to shoot it deep. J.J. Redick was one of the first guys in college that led the whole college. Like, he made the most threes. The reason why, because Coach K gave him the green light. So that's what. And so once players and their fathers started seeing this, Carolina, they capped out by saying, well, we don't recruit no more with the one and dones. No, buddy, you got out recruited by Duke. So you had to go, we replaced each other. Y'all started getting the smart McDonald All-American guys, the academic All-Americans, and we started getting the basketball All-Americans, because the basketball All-Americans knew that Coach K could develop their talent the best in a spread system. Because these Carolina guys started going to pros and they couldn't play. They was so used to, oh, give it to me in the post. Bro, the game wasn't played like that. They had guys in the NBA that could play you in the post and take you off the dribble. And Coach K always done that, even back with Christian Laettner. That's how Christian Laettner whooped Shaq. He whooped Shaq. He killed Shaq. He busted like 30 points on Shaq and beat LSU in the NCAA tournament. Is the reason why he wasn't trying to get Christian Laettner to back him down. No, he was spreading the floor, four corners. One guy take a guy off dribble, kick it out when they close. And that's how we whoop teams. Now you see that all over the NBA. Now overseas, they always use that type of system, right? There wasn't a lot of power dunk on you type guys. It was like spread you out, kick it out to the three-point shooter, buckets. Coach K, and I think he studied that, and he was like, how can I win with Wojo? A point guard that's like 5'11". How can I win? Play great defense and spread the floor out. Golden State. Reason why they went and won all those games back to like 3 years in a row before they even got Kevin Durant was a Duke system. Steve Kerr can say he invented that system. No, he did not invent that system. Coach K was the first guy that I seen use it in in big time ball. Now, the Harvard and some of maybe these small schools like Division 3, 4 schools was already doing that probably. I'm not going to be disingenuous, but what no coaches getting that type of D1 job and then you doing that. You know, yes, you seen the out to Vegas, the school UNLV. They won something sort of like it, but they didn't have like inferior athletes. They had great athletes. Duke was doing it and whooping big time teams. That's how we beat UNLV that year, spreading them out. So Coach K invented that system. That's why I believe he's one of the best coaches of all time. You tell me one coach that can go right now, go to a private school. Don't go to no one of these big schools that always have boomed, right? I want to see you go to I can't think of a small smart school that's D1, but that's what Coach K did. He didn't go to, you know what I'm saying? He could have went to and also UConn was a school like that too, right? UConn was also a small school that came out of nowhere and was a very big time NCAA basketball team. But Duke, to me, in the ACC, which was the best league for over 20 years at one point in time, I hadn't seen nothing like it. So guys, I'm not going to hold you up on this video, but I believe that Coach K is the best coach of all time. And right now, the NBA game that's Coach K game. I said what I said. The NBA game is Coach K game. The 3-point, guys, Duke, we always been one of the best 3-point schools, the Coach K whole career, until we started getting like Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram and stuff like that. William Avery, who was Corey Maggette. Like Corey Maggette was like one of our first big time recruits outside of like Christian Laettner and Bobby Hurley, right? We had those guys, but then, we couldn't replenish like Carolina. Carolina with Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, all these guys kept replenishing. But we whooped them, and we're a better school than them right now because of Coach K. Now all the big time guys want to come there. All the big time, like big time All-Americans. Why do they want to come there when Michael Jordan went to Carolina? The reason why, they know the system though of the NBA, they can learn it better in Coach K. Like, let's think about Kyrie Irving. I had a guy tell me yesterday, yeah, Coach K get all the best recruits. Kyrie Irving. I said, bro, Kyrie Irving wasn't the #1 player coming out of college? Coming out of high school? He was like maybe 12? But he went to Duke and they spread it at Floyd. He went and started baking. Imagine he go to Carolina, he dribble, do all that fancy dribbling, and they tell him feed it to the post. He go like, what? He don't play that way. You know what I'm saying? He's not no prototypical point guard where he coming down there, Ed Carter trying to find the big man. That's Carolina been doing that for over 40 years. Duke was come down there one-on-one. I'm gonna take it to the dribble. If you double team me, I'm gonna kick it out to a shooter. JJ Redick, Josh Shire. So listen, guys, Coach K, if you got kids and they playing basketball, even though Coach K gonna retire after this year, I think that same type of the way Duke played is still gonna be going on for years after Coach K's left, because that's our heart and soul. If we turn into like a big man school, we'll start losing. So even Zion, I thought he was gonna go to Carolina. I'm like, this is a Carolina recruit. He's dunking. Like, we never got no guy that can jump out the gym. Like, they just didn't want to go to Duke because what do y'all do? Y'all don't throw alleys. But they found out like throwing alleys. Yeah, we'll throw an alley here and there, but I need to learn how to make the defense collapse and who to kick it out to, how to move on defense. Coach K his teams always play great defense, man to man's NBA. Not no zone. We don't play zone. We just started bringing in the zone a little bit here and there. Like, if depends on how good our teams was, right? So guys, I'm not gonna hold you up on this video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Also, subscribe to my OnlyFans, guys, so you can get in the list in the league and play me in fantasy football. I got celebrities in there. I got guys that are on big time fantasy football channels from YouTube. If you want to play against us and see how good if you win it, you up there, right? Right? And matter of fact, if you win the league, guys, I give you a full free year of OnlyFans. If you win one of my leagues, you get a full free year of OnlyFans content. You don't got to pay if you win the league. So let me know where your skills at, guys. Y'all be safe. Peace.